Hello everyone, this is Yi with Casa Dreams. Welcome back to another episode. I'm super excited and stoked for this episode because of what I'm able to do for the family, and not only that, of the ROI that I'll be getting back on this deal. I'm going to talk about how I found the deal, how I won the deal, how I was able to finalize and close the deal with the family. I'll break down the deal for you guys because it's a three-part deal. I'll give you my thoughts on why I chose this deal and why I pursued it, because it is much more complex than some of the more straightforward off the market deal where you buy it and you burr it, or you buy it and you hold it. So I'll talk about that a little bit. And then probably the most exciting and interesting information that all of you want is probably the numbers breakdown on what I'll be putting into the project, what I'll be getting back. If you haven't already, if you could subscribe to my channel, like the video, and put a comment down below, so it will help me with the YouTube algorithm to allow me to continue to put out these content to help all of you in your real estate and entrepreneurship journey. I'm expecting to net $225,000 when everything is said and done on this one particular deal only. I mean, think about it, one deal. If I could do 4 of these deals, I would be good for the year already instead of doing 20 deals. So for me, it's not that I chose to do quality deals over quantity deals. It's just whatever comes my way. And this is one of those deals that came my way. And I'm going to just go ahead and go with the flow and make the best of it. So here's how I found the deal. I don't know if many of you recall last year when I had a joint venture with a treehouse, where we were partners in that. And we had lots of promotions with the treehouse. It got a lot of buzz in the area here in Bentonville. And so we got to meet a lot of folks. We had that opportunity to be out there and shake hands and rub shoulder to shoulder with everybody that was coming through the open house or renting the treehouse. There was this one particular family that I got to meet, and they got to know me. I was able to tell my story, what I do, what I'm looking for, and I got to hear their story and what they're currently doing and what they're currently looking for. Based off of that, I was able to build credibility, establish trust, and I kept in touch with this family for a period, like a good 6 months before this deal happened. Every month or every couple months, I would email or I would call to see how they're doing, see if their situation has changed, and if they were ready to sell me their property, because that was what I established during our first meeting is that I'm a real estate investor and I look for properties to purchase, and I buy it cash. I buy it with no hassle, with hassle-free. Try to make the transaction as smooth as possible. In giving them my pitch and establishing that credibility, they remembered me. That is one way where you can find deals. There are many other ways, such as driving for dollars, finding off-market deals, getting leads or deals from real estate agents, cold calling. There's many ways to do it, but I felt this was one of the easiest way for me, because I get to meet these people face to face already, and you can establish that trust and that relationship right then and there, versus trying to get to that through the other channels or the other means of finding deals. So let's talk about how I was able to win this deal. At around the 6-month mark, the family called me and said, "Yi, we'd like to get your help in the transitioning to the next phase of our life." And I asked, "Okay, what is it?" And they said, "Well, let's sit down and we can talk through it and figure out how we can help you and how you can help us." I scheduled a time to go and sit down with them. And I didn't really have any intention. My approach was really just to listen and see what that transition looks like, what they're looking for, what their needs are, empathize, and show that I care. They talked about why they wanted to move and transition to the next phase of their life. They wanted a new home built because the current one isn't ideal for their handicapped child anymore. And they liked what we were able to do with the treehouse. So because of the relationship that we established and what they were able to see when they toured the treehouse, that's why they called me back. Also because I've kept in touch with them and built that relationship. So when it was time for them to move on and transition to the next phase of their life, they remembered me. They remembered that, hey, Yi can help us with this. Another reason why I won the deal is because I listen and I offer solutions to them that met their needs, and they liked it. I didn't push. I didn't pester them. I gave them time. I gave them space. After that meeting, they had an idea of what I was able to do for them. I just continued to follow up for a couple more months and gave them time to think through and process this big decision that they're going to make for themselves and their lives. I think 3 months after that, they finally came around and said, okay, we're ready to do this deal. Let's move forward. And that was how I was able to win the deal, is by 1, listening, 2, empathizing with them, 3, showing them that I care, 4, giving them time and space, not being pushy, because you can never push anybody to do anything they don't want to do. They are on their own timeline. And 4 and 5, I followed up. So that's how I was able to win the deal. It's just like that. We're already 8 minutes into part 1 of this series. I'll put a link here for part 2 of the series, which will talk about the deal structuring and the details of that. And you do not want to miss that because it involves a whole lot. I mean, I had to get an attorney, had to really look through and dive into all the phases of this entire project and this deal. And I had to be careful because of legality, and also make sure that I actually am going to make money in the end. And so if you're still interested, click on the link above, and I'll see you in the next episode.